Hello, Abusiafo. Hello, family. If today is the first time of you watching my video, I would like you to subscribe for me and click the notification button, and also go to the comment and share your opinions or ideas about the video. Like it and share it to others so that the video also spread for people to also watch the video. Say and any day they can have my video message us over subscribe and send it down there in a video no be ready. The video for tomorrow so be the when you be the President of the Republic of Ghana, Imam Penny President John Dramani Mahama, Wamiti, the chieftains are him formed that Amama and Wamiti Omunano, and Omedin Como. After no, Wamiti, the head of the churches or the pastors, Ninano, Wamiti Omedin Como. After no, Yamam Penny, Amiti, the head of all the securities. Of my Ghana, the head of security for Ninano, Wamiti Omo, and Semben on Omokaye. And I said, "Sember I'm going to do the dinner video in the background. After your man penny or the near children more hefa, Boku to bring peace between the Boku area. And Mra Obabi Sino call Boku Koshomo Bosse, say, Oh, Yabe or my penny or my Ghana ma, obey day, or the peace will prevail in Boku area. I am from Sembia Air Possible Honor, and I say, into Kwasama Koswa him from the Nintendo, obey your in here, and I saw by your president, sorry, obey day, or the peace ever back him for him. It is see a video the man pay or drew Bokua ide or settle issues and also the peace koba and for me an internal face or the Thanksgiving video she message or say video he meets or he met the chief's tenses.
Your Excellency, though it's a bit belatedly, but since you beckon us to be here, I'm rather turning it around. We graciously welcome you, sir, to our first meeting as the Standing Committee of the National House of Chiefs. We graciously do welcome you, and once again, congratulations. You've done well. And as majority of us anticipated, that you go through our normal constitutional provisions, etc., etc., Ghana is safe. We thank you again for that. There's peace prevailing in the kingdom. If the outgoing, illustrious president couldn't set a good tone or set a good tone. A lot depended on you as incoming. Fortunately for Nananum and our respective kingdoms, you graciously also extended your arm with good, ample opportunity for you to meet the president, outgoing president, and the two of you together, everything prevailed calm for Mother Ghana. We thank you once again for that. This is an important and impromptu meeting with just someone else, but as you touched on, we shall reserve a lot of the detailed discussion because there's a lot to be done. Because most of us have, at least I got to know it through TV3, that our ministry is no more the ministry as it is. There's a lot to be done structurally, and also with regard to how we interpret our constitutional standing and provisions, and vis-a-vis the Chieftaincy Act. What is most important to most of us is right down from the word go. I think this is an opportune time for us, the National House of Chiefs, to once again go back and reassert ourselves. J.J. Rawlings set the tune after taking over and created chieftaincy, etc. and so on. Those of us who are old men now, I had my 86th birthday 4 or 5 days ago. That is 31st December, you already know it. He re-established the Secretariat under National House of Chiefs, the then president, etc. So we had direct control, direct negotiation, dealings with the presidency, till subsequently other leaders changed it. These are opportunity for us to review all those situations and masters. But we shall talk about it in detail when it is time. And then also, what is so vital to us is the standing and the role of our staff. If we go back to the parent law, constitution, it is Our Excellency the President that ought to provide staffing for the National House of Chiefs, regional houses of chiefs to work and tick properly. Nowhere does anybody encounter civil service commission, whatnot. They stay in Accra over here and sit over here, and they can go over our head and promote somebody from Kumasi just to cite that off the record without our knowing or hearing anything about it. It is the president that ought to provide staffing for the regional houses per se and the national house. All these are detailed issues you shall work on and shall go by. And then you also graciously hinted about some portions of the Constitution that ought to be touched on, amended, molded, and whatnot to make it a living document. We are graciously ready. We've got some of our old documents there. We remember when old Professor Mills created this Constitutional Review Committee. Nananum did not sleep. I think it was under Professor Debile's period or so. We sat down, did some yeoman's work, homework properly. Sleepless nights. We presented them to him. And then what happened? Virtually 99.9% of what we recommended were just jettisoned and thrown away. We still have the documents available. So when it is time and you graciously invite us and give us a chance, we'll be humble enough to admit hard facts and let you know what we put down on paper. Because most of them, if they had been implemented, a lot of the headaches wouldn't have expired now, or transpired as it is pertaining at the moment in our country. Luckily, we have our mother Ghana who always control us to exhibit good temperament of moderation. So please, from regional houses' point of view, at least from the Ashanti one, and before even I conclude, your old friend, Utumfo, graciously, thank you, sir. We are here to listen to you, sir. Thank you.
After this one, your man Payisa Miti, all the head of the securities in Ghana, all the heads, military, police, fire service, prisoners, all the head of the securities in Ghana, they omiti omo, on some of the 2 minutes, yeah, 𝐂𝐿𝐒 nearby.
Mr. President, first of all, let me thank you very much on behalf of the heads of the security services and agencies for receiving us this morning. Mr. President, we are here to join our voices with the good people of Ghana and the international community to congratulate you on assumption of office as the President of the Republic and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. Mr. President, we want to assure you of our loyalty, professionalism, and dedication. We've been working together as a team, meeting all the complex challenges of the security environment. By working together as a team, we've been able to keep this country quiet and stable. Mr. President, I want to assure you that we are going to continue with even greater zeal to ensure that we maintain the security and stability of this country. I want to assure you of our unflinching support and dedication, as I said, to duty, and make sure that we help you to achieve or realize your objective of resetting Ghana. Mr. President, once again, thank you very much for receiving us this morning. We are grateful, and we wish you the best. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. This last election has cemented our reputation as a leading democracy in Africa, and a good part of the thanks go to you, the security services, who have maintained the peace. We still have threats to our peace that we must continue to look at internally and externally. Internally, to do with chieftaincy disputes and some incidents of armed robbery and things like that. Externally, to do with the threats on our northern borders. And so we cannot let our vigilance down. There should be no vacuum. And so you must all continue to work, as the CDS said, zealously, to make sure that there's no breach of the peace in the country. And so I want to thank you for all the work you're doing. We're working hard to set up the Council of State so that we can start to put the controlling boards of all the services and all the government parastatals in place. And so once we have the Armed Forces Council and the Prisons Council and all of them set up, all your service councils, we're sure that we'll begin to look at how to manage things in respect of any outstanding issues that exist. But in the meantime, I expect you all to work very closely together like you've been doing, and continue to keep the country safe for all of us. And so I want to thank you for attending to our call at quite short notice, and to ask you to continue to work in the interests of the people of Ghana. Thank you very much.
Penny or Nenya Chidemo Hefa, Boku to bring peace between the Boku area. And Mra Wabis no call Boku Koshomo Bose, say, O Nyabe or my Penny or my Ghana ma, obey day, or the peace will prevail in Boku area. I am from Sembia Air Kosovo Horo, and I say, into Kosama Koswa him from the Nintendo, obey your him, and I saw by your president, sorry, obey day, or the peace ever back him for him. It is see a video. The man paying or drew Bokua Ide or settle issues, and also the peace Ekoba and him for me an internal face or the Thanksgiving the moment. Video
Thank you very much. There's not much to add. I think my brother, Honorable Mahama Yarga, has explained everything that transpired in the room with my father, the Zugurana and overlord of Boko. I just want to emphasize a bit of what he said. If you remember, I came here to seek the blessings of my father for the election, and God granted our heart's desire, and I got elected. And so my first mission was to come and say thank you to him. Again, during the campaign, I stated that if God granted our desire and I was elected president, bringing peace to Bawku was going to be one of my #1 priorities. So today is exactly 1 week when I was sworn in at the Black Star Square. And it's my first major assignment outside Accra. And so I decided to come and assure you that we're going to work very hard to make sure that we bring peace back to Bawku. I remember when I was president, Bawku and surrounding areas were very peaceful. And work was going on, people were going about their duties. It's sad that this situation has occurred again. And I know that for the last 3 years, you have not been able to sleep. You've been living under stress. And so the priority of our government will be to bring peace back to Bawku so that everybody can go about his duties without fear of harassment. We want to assure you that we're putting in place the various appointments so that we can have ministers and other officials who are responsible for the security to take charge. And so within this week, we will do the appointments of the Minister of Defense, the Minister of Interior, the National Security Advisor, the National Security Coordinator, the BNI Director, and all the others. And when these appointments are made, I'm going to charge them to make Bawku one of the #1 priorities that they attend and deal with. And so I'll appeal to you to exercise patience, exercise restraint, and to let you know that I am apprised of the issue. I'm going to deal with it, and I can assure you, have trust in myself and this administration that by the grace of God, peace is going to come back. Permanent peace is going to come back to Bawku. And so, as my younger brother said, from here we'll continue to Nalerigu to meet the Nairi too and deliver a message to him. We cannot live in a country where our people don't feel safe. Our people must feel safe to travel wherever they want at whatever time and not have people shooting at them. And so you can be sure that we'll deal with all these situations so that we all can have the peace that we need in order that our traditional areas can progress. So I thank you very much. May God richly bless you. My father reminded me about his request, and you all know what request that was. My assurance is we need peace to be established, because some of the processes that you must go through for what your hearts are desiring require that the area is peaceful. But you can be sure that I haven't forgotten about it, and I want to thank you very much.